Please stand by for further details. We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
Hello to those of you who were feeling called to this reading, in particular, mystery reading number 651. Before getting into this reading, chances are most of the people watching this video are not subscribed, so if you are a reoccurring viewer, you enjoy my work and would like to help support the growth of my channel, feel free to do so by sticking around, hitting that subscription button down below and ringing the notification bell next to it so you don't miss an upload. My current goal is 500 subscribers so I can have access to offering channel memberships. So if you do decide to subscribe and support me and my channel, thank you very much. I was laughing because I was feeling distracted about the cat in my room because she jumped into this box that I have in here that she likes to lay in, and she was messing with the edge of it. And I feel like that's like more symbolic of being distracted by cat energy. So I feel like someone here is feeling distracted by their intuition, their inner voice, in a good way. And it feels like you're really being drawn somewhere or lured somewhere that feels like kind of magical, kind of mystical. It could be your own spiritual journey. I mean, regardless of what it is, always be safe. I don't know, what it could be. It's just in case, like, this magical, mystical feeling, it's either real, you have a genuine connection with something spiritual or whatever it may be, or it could be an illusion. That's for you to decide, because, it's your own journey. Well, I mean, I feel like if you're feeling distracted by your intuition or your inner voice, I feel like it's likely something that you can trust, but always, make sure you're not rushing into anything that you don't have a full understanding of, or, be cautious when you need to be cautious. I just saw 222 on the timer, which is a sign about balance, hinting that maybe there needs to be more something needs to be better prioritized, or something needs to be released to create more balance. I think it's really interesting that your intuition is really, it feels like you're onto something, like you really, really feel guided. And that's why I feel like it's likely that you can trust yourself, but, make sure you're not rushing into, instantly believing or something or trusting something. You have to balance out your imagination with a little bit of skepticism. A little bit of skepticism is always healthy. But I'm going to go ahead and get into interpreting the number 651. Because of the number 1 and how it's about trusting yourself, if you really resonate with the idea of trusting yourself, I recommend that you watch the reading that I uploaded yesterday if you feel called to. But there's also the energies or ideas of unconditional love, unhealthy attachments. I also feel that the 6 is symbolic of the devil from the tarot, which, like I already mentioned, it can represent unhealthy attachments, feeling bound to something, feeling trapped, and the only thing reinforcing that chain, that ball and chain, is not believing in yourself, not trusting yourself, or heavily judging yourself, or putting too much focus into your weaknesses or into your strengths, rather than having a balanced perspective of yourself where you appreciate both your weaknesses and your strengths and you understand how they work together. Maybe there's a situation outside of you where your strength can complement someone or someone else's, but the 5 in 651 is about change, transformation. This changing, transformative motion or movement energy is going to be here for like the next 8, 9, 10 videos, because 6, 51, 52, 53. So just keep that in mind if you do resonate with the idea of change or transforming something, or transforming from within, or just experiencing a lot of movement in your life. When you mix movement with trusting yourself and unconditional love, I actually feel that you already are in motion. You already are practicing self-love and learning how to trust yourself. And there is encouragement here to keep doing that. And if you don't resonate with already doing that, either this isn't your reading, or this is your sign to start doing that, learning how to love yourself, trust yourself, believe in yourself, especially if you're feeling called in a certain way with your intuition. The path forward, or the destination, or wherever you feel Lord, will become clearer the more that you love yourself, trust yourself, believe in yourself. Don't focus heavily on your weaknesses, your mistakes, the past. Don't worry too much about the future. Learn how to stay present. Now, well, actually I do have to add up the numbers. 6 plus 5 is 11, plus 1 is 13, 1 plus 3 is 4. And now, the number 13 for me does have its own significance. For me, that is a sign of good luck or good fortune. I want to say it's like a good omen. It's definitely a good thing to see, in the same way that the number 666 is a good thing to see. Because for me, that's a reminder, like, good things can happen, and to love yourself and stuff like that. But it could also be a sign pointing to the lack of love that you have for yourself, the lack of faith, the lack of trust, or it could be, the number 13 could be pointing at the lack of luck that you feel, the misfortune that you feel, to remind you that you are in control, that you can create better circumstances and better outcomes for yourself. The number 4 is all about stability, whether it's emotional, physical, material, mental. I do feel here that your spirit guides want you to feel stable on every level, inside and out, so that way you can feel, well, they want you to feel stable and secure on the inside, so you can feel that on the outside, so you can manifest that. I almost wanted to say protection. Maybe on the inside you have to learn how to protect yourself from yourself, which is really reminding me of the reading that I did yesterday. It was all about self-love and trusting yourself, believing in yourself. If you need that energy, that reading might be for you. There's also the number 666 on the card in that reading. So that's significant to you. Maybe it's significant for a reason. I also forgot. I feel called to add up the numbers on these glasses. It says April 8th, 2024. If you don't remember, there was a solar eclipse on that day, so maybe that could have some significance for you. But 4 plus 8 is 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 20, which comes down to a 2. We did see the 2, 2, 2, so there's even more encouragement there to find a balance, to let go of whatever is creating instability and feeding the self-doubt, the self-hate, and really making you feel stuck and stagnant. So there was a lot to say there. Now I'm going to go ahead and draw out one card from these box of cards, which are cards that I made myself. If you didn't already know, we're just only going to get one card, and that's all. And that will be, after that, it will be the end of the reading. But I have the 3 of Wands. I want to share my ideas and work with others. The number 3 or 333 could absolutely, definitely be significant for somebody. This is really highlighting the idea of clearing blockages, whether they're on the inside or outside of you, and embracing the movement, the change, the flow, that inner transformation. I want to share my ideas and work with others. It seems like whoever's watching this, you desire to express yourself authentically. And I think maybe that's where you're feeling called to, and your spirit guides are kind of here to confirm that. Like, yes, follow that feeling. Follow the magic, but also have a healthy level of judgment, discernment, skepticism. Don't be afraid to question things. Don't be afraid to question the universe, your spirit guides, and where they're leading you, because they are more than happy to help you have more clarity, more direction, and more trust, for sure, for the path that you are currently walking. I just got distracted by the box that my cat is sitting in, and it's an apple box. And some time ago, apples were a significant symbol for my channel, or for the readings that were coming through. And I feel like, for many reasons, for somebody you could feel called to be a teacher, and it doesn't matter what kind of teacher, and it doesn't have to be formal. You could have just in general feel called to share new information and to help, I want to say, like, level up those around you, to help others be more aware, more educated, if that resonates. Maybe there's something specific here that people need to be more aware or educated about. The apple, for me, I also got a vision of the 10 of Pentacles that I have in the Magical Dogs Tarot, which is interesting because I was talking about a cat, and cats and dogs are kind of opposites. But again, I feel this energy of like complementing something, your strengths. Remember that when it comes to your purpose, it's not about being perfect or being able to do everything or to create all the changes. It's about recognizing your strengths, embracing them, and making a difference in the way that you feel called to, that is unique to you and who you are. I got a vision of the 10 of Pentacles from the Magical Dogs Tarot because in that picture there's a tree in the background with a lot of apples on it, which is making me think of like bearing the fruits, or what is it, something about like the fruits of your labor. There's also like a biblical sense, which can be snakes could be a significant symbol for you. The devil energy, if you do resonate with the biblical symbolism around an apple, pay attention to that. Maybe you have your own temptations that you need to work through that really encourage you to be self-destructive and to just overlook what you deserve. I'm trying to think. There could definitely be something that you're trying to grow as well. And I can feel that my ancestors are trying to point out tree in Italian. I can't remember what the word is for tree in Italian, but I can feel them trying to point it out. And that tells me that your ancestors are, oh my gosh, that's so interesting, because trees can also be about like family trees, your ancestry, the tree of life. Maybe you want to look into those things. And I feel like your ancestors, they really, really do want to connect with you and help you express yourself and grow and expand and really find the courage to share your ideas and to work with people who appreciate them and believe in them. To be able to find those people who believe in and support the same ideas you do, you have to be willing to express yourself honestly, authentically, so you can attract those people. Make sure you're not expecting anyone to, read your mind. It's very, very important that you communicate clearly, especially if you want to be a leader. Remember that if you want to lead, you have to be mindful of how you communicate, because you are responsible for how you are received. 1 second. Now, in your more personal relationships, it's different. Like, at least the way I feel the energy, like if you want to lead people, it's a little complicated, because maybe your closer relationships are the people that you want to lead. But just know that if you have to understand, if you want to lead, you have to remember that you are responsible for how you are received, and you have to learn how to communicate these ideas effectively, making sure everyone is on the same page and they fully understand you, yada yada yada. But also there are some relationships where you're not responsible for how you are received, and these are those relationships where you need to let go, you need to move on for your own good, for your highest good. I just saw the clock is like 15 minutes and some seconds, and it made me think of the number 1515, which for me is about the devil here. Make sure you don't get attached to trying to lead the wrong people. You can only lead those who are willing to listen, who are willing to be led. Is there anything else that I could get from this? There's definitely some pain here that needs to be worked through. Maybe your throat chakra needs to be cleared. I'm being reminded again of where you feel called somewhere. Someone here feels very purpose driven, and I just want you to know that you feel purpose driven for a reason. You do have a purpose. We all have a purpose. You know, it's just some of us don't know what that is, or we don't believe in it because we don't know how to believe in ourselves, to trust ourselves, to listen to our intuition and trust our inner voice. But it's also like, you also have to be willing to trust the universe. Maybe there is a good opportunity here for someone to build a stronger relationship with the universe, because the universe could definitely be guiding you, or whatever higher power you believe in, whatever religion you believe in. Someone here is definitely feeling guided, and this reading is here to confirm for you. Yes, plan and prepare to expand, to express yourself, to tell your story, and to make a difference. Because your story matters. There's something unique about you and your story that the world needs to see.